Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. We do get deep, but it's in your best interest, I promise. And if you are returning, then big up yourselves. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope everyone has had a great start to the new year. I've been quiet, and I've been quiet because I'm finding my vlogging really frustrating at the moment. I'll be laying in bed, yeah, and I'll have like so many ideas flying around my head, and I'm like, this is fucking powerful, like this is shit that people need fucking hear, do you know what I mean? And I want to be the one to just to get on here and like splurt out the realizations that I've had. And then every time I get in front of the camera, I go into like just bullshit, absolute bullshit, like just stuff that like I just go off and not even tangents. It's like I just kind of get a brain fog, and like I can't really deliver what I want to deliver to you. And like I know that's just part of me like trying to not force it out, but it's like almost like I have so much information and so many things that I've experienced and that I've realized that I want to share with you, that I'm finding it hard to actually communicate. So it's not like I've been neglecting you, because I haven't. In order for me to be able to deliver you guys the best content and the things that I think are going to benefit you and fulfill my purpose, I need to be in a position where I can communicate it properly. And some of that's hard because I feel like I have also been doing so much inner work that like things that I did previously believe, or that I thought I knew, I knew, but I didn't understand. And it's like there's so many layers to actually understanding something, that to really bring it together and to be able to deliver it in a way that's clear and going to be receptive to you, like it's difficult. So it's not like I've been like, yeah, no, fuck my vlogging. It's not like, if anything, I'm like, how can I make this a million times better for you guys? I know everyone's not on a spiritual vibe like I am, but like for me, like spirituality has been something that has really pulled me in and made me feel at home. And like it annoys me when people think like spirituality is just, oh, like sunshine, flower and roses and all that shit, because it's not. I've said it before, like it's really like diving fucking deep, like diving deep into your fucking soul and learning how to appreciate the darkness as well as the light, because we're not all flipping fairies, you know what I'm saying? We're not all great and we're not all brilliant human beings all the time, but we are beautiful. Sorry, I was finding my nails before I started jumping on this. We are beautiful creatures, and I've spent so much time neglecting like my darkness. Well, not my dark. When I refer to darkness, I mean like pleasures. You can say pleasures, yeah. So pleasures that do not contribute to your bigger picture. So for some people, for some people, I'm not going to say for some people, I'm going to refer to myself right now. So for me, that was, obviously I've spoken to you guys loads about the way I've dealt with sex in the past, and like those pleasures there, they weren't serving me like at all. Do you know what I mean? If anything, they were leaving me drained, they were keeping me off my path, and like they just prevented me from staying true to myself. So that's been scrapped obs. And then also like with me, like smoking weed is like, I love it, but it does make me suppress my emotions, and it's something that like it's been hard for me to accept, because I do love to fucking smoke it, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I love bunning, like I do, it's brilliant. And I don't just mean like just because, oh yeah, I was suppressing my emotions so I'm like ignoring things. I just like being high, do you know what I mean? I like smoking up with the boys, I like chilling. It's nice, but it's nice in fucking moderation. And I end up getting to a point where I'm smoking loads and I'm preventing myself from feeling things, and I'm using the smoke to flip in hide what I'm truly trying to move through. So I was just like, yeah, nah, this has got to bounce. Like over Christmas, I didn't get drunk once. I was just so fucking high every day, proper high. And it was just like, it was just sending me into a depression. And I was like, shit. I was just like, I know I need to give this up. I know I do. And it's not like I've fully given it up. Like I am still smoking, but it's literally social smoke. Like I will not buy my own weed. And that sounds really trampy. I will not buy my own weed. Like if the boys around, you know what I mean, or I'm around people that smoke it, I'll have a couple of tokes. But I know for me now that that's like my limit. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously at first I was like, yeah, I'm going to smoke during the week, and I wasn't smoking during the week, and then I'd smoke at the weekends, and then the weekends would sometimes roll into Monday, and then Monday would just end up rolling from Monday to Sunday. So I was just like, fuck this, do you know what I mean? I've spoken to you guys before about me and my balance. Like, I'm very all or nothing, and I'm really learning to stay disciplined. And that's a struggle for me because I don't like rules. I don't like rules, and I don't like having but it needs to be that. It needs to be that now, because I'm literally preventing myself from being where I want to be. So I felt like last year I come to a lot of realizations about, you know, who I am and like what I'm really trying to live for. Do you know what I mean? And I think like that's, and like as much as like I've just said that like with ease, if you actually fucking sit there and you think, what is my purpose on this earth? Like, what is it? That's not a fucking easy question to answer. And I think a lot of people kind of just glide through life, and like, I get that, I do, but like, I don't want to glide. I want to excel. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be that person. And the problem with me was that like a couple of years ago, I was literally blaming everything apart from myself as to why things weren't going the way I wanted them to go. And like a lot of things were going the right way, but like I'm someone who's not good with like being patient. So if I had a goal and I wasn't reaching it, like I'd get impatient and I'd get annoyed. Whereas now it's just, I'm like, this isn't happening for a reason, and I need to go into myself and understand why and just be patient with the process. I've really come to the understanding of like there's much bigger forces at hand than just like human consciousness. And if you don't believe that, then you're stupid. Well, you're not stupid, that was mean. You're not stupid, but you need to read a book. Basically, you do read a book. And so yeah, I've just been really like trying to get an understanding of myself, and that shit ain't easy. It's really not. And I'm not saying everyone needs to do what I'm doing, and in order for you to be happy you need to do this, because some people are happy like just living a simple life and being like materialistic and, you know, just like just being whatever, being a bit arrogant, if I'm honest. Like that's just my opinion. Like, I'm not saying that's wrong, but some people like are happy with that, whereas that doesn't fulfill me. That's not what I want. The older I get, the more I'm like, I have too many things. Like I've got too much going on. Like my house is cluttered. Like I don't like it. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm just like, I'm really just craving a simple life, a simple, peaceful life. And I think in order for me to do that, it comes within first. So I'm used to be very masculine led. So if you didn't know, we have masculine energy and we have feminine energy, and we all have, both females and males possess both. Okay, but obviously males are more masculine led, which is like more logical thinking, more results driven. You know, they like to have plans, they see steps like by step, like boom. So I was very masculine led. I still am quite masculine led, I can't lie. Like I can't help it. I am trying to help it. And then your feminine is like more just having trust and intuition and integrity, just to know that like there's bigger forces at hand, and just going with the flow and just being within yourself and letting your creative juices flow. And I've just been trying to really come into my feminine, because I feel like I've always been masculine led. And when I say that, I mean like I've always kind of been around boys when I was younger. You know, I'm quite like a boisterous girl, to be honest, like a bit of a tomboy. I think as I'm getting older, I'm not. Like I'm calming down a bit, but like I've very results driven, very money orientated. You know what I mean? Like no man's ever gonna have to give me shit because I can get it myself, and I am still very much like that. But it's like I now know that I'm gonna get it myself without me absolutely running myself into the ground trying to get results. Just it's easier for me to just let things be, making sure that I am doing the right steps that I need to do daily to get to where I want to be, but then also not, you know, exhausting myself, because nothing ever really comes from there. And it annoys me when you see like all these motivational speakers, and especially the men, you need to get up at 6 a.m. and you need to fucking run. Relax, please. Like, fuck's sake, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Jesus. Sometimes you ain't got to do that. If you want to fucking rest, then rest. Do you know what I mean? Take care of you. Listen to your fucking self, man. Fucking frustrates me sometimes. Like, I'm scrolling through Instagram and I'm like, why am I being yelled at? Like, fucking madness. But it's like the things that I'm really trying to hone in on is like it's my instincts, my intuition, insight, and that all comes from in. Do you know what I mean? They all start with in, and it comes from your inner being and listening to you. And a lot of us don't do that. Do you know what I mean? Or we think we are, but we're not actually doing it. And so I've just been honouring myself, to be honest. I really have. And like another thing that I've just been like trying to understand, or not even understand, but you know, just trying to like work through is like our conditioning. We are literally conditioned from such a young age, and it's bad. I feel like, especially with Instagram and stuff like that, like the conditioning was like different back in the day. Do you know what I mean? Like now it's like, fuck me, you can't escape it. Like you literally can't, unless you are like a very, very self-aware. You can't escape that shit. You'll be doing stuff not even realizing why you're doing it. Do you know what I mean? And crazy stuff. I'm struggling because it's like we're finding satisfaction and amusement over things that are actually toxic. And it's like I was watching that clip on Instagram the other day, because I'm an Instagram fiend. I've told you, I fucking love that shit. I'm flipping, but you need to make sure you're following the right people. I've unfollowed a lot of flipping accounts and stuff that made me feel like shit about myself, and I've started to follow the right people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's very important how you utilize your time on social media. Just as, yeah, a little bit of extra info there. I'm not sure what vlog channel it's from, but you could tell it's from like a vlog. And like they're glorifying like toxic men, and they're like, yeah, but I love a toxic man, and it's just like, oh, that's disgusting. I couldn't actually think of anything fucking worse. Like, don't get it twisted. I've fallen for toxic men because they match with the toxic that's previously been inside of me. Do you know what I mean? Like right now, I don't really feel like I've met anyone that's really been on like my sort of level. But yeah, they were just glorifying this toxic behaviour, and I was just like, no, like, how are you doing this right now? This is not cool. Like, you're teaching younger generations that shit's okay, and it's fucking not. Do you know what I mean? How are the generations going to get better if we don't fucking teach them not to fucking abuse themselves, basically? Do you know what I mean? Because that's what it is. When you get into relationships like that, it's like then that toxicity is like, it's addictive, and people only feel important when they are getting abused. Do you know what I mean? Or when they are causing drama. Like that's not fucking healthy, and that's not my idea of a healthy relationship. And no way am I passing that shit onto the future generations of my family. Are you fucking mad? That ain't me. I don't run like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to do everything I can in my power now to break any bad ancestral patterns that have been passed down from my mum and my dad. Not that it's their fault. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not. It's just natural. It's the way of life. But I want to break as much as I can to make sure that like, my kids are going to excel. They're going to be 20 million times better than me. Do you know what I mean? And they're going to fucking know their worth. Point blank, period. They ain't going to put up with toxic behaviour, because that ain't fucking it. That's not how you live a healthy, successful life, in my opinion. So, but it's like just not even things like that. It's like things about like, oh yeah, like I'm just gonna fucking go round like 3 pieces, rah. Like, I think people forget, yeah, like overeating is actually it's fucking self-harm. Like it's huge. Like obviously if you have like, you can have binging nights, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. I have binging nights now, but like when you're like emotionally eating, like you are self-harming yourself. Do you know what I mean? You're not providing your body with the nutrients and the love it needs. Do you know what I mean? You're just eating your emotions to make yourself feel better, which in fact won't make you actually feel better, because the shit you're putting inside you makes you fucking feel like shit. It's a vicious cycle, man. Very vicious one. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just really learning to deal with my emotions, and like I said earlier, it's been painful. I've like cried so much over the last few weeks. I have, and it's not because anything's particularly happened, but like I'm coming to realizations, and I'm like, oh my god, like my inner child is so like, she's just screaming for some love. Do you know what I mean? And we've all got an inner child in us, and it's like, oh, I'm like, baby girl, I will love you. Do you know what I mean? I'm here for you now, because I do neglect myself. I do, and it's just like I refuse to do that now. I'm just like, I'm the most important person in my life. So in order for me to make my relationships better and make, you know, my little impact on the world, then I need to make sure that my shit's A1, and I can't do that if I'm neglecting me. But our emotions are literally what make us who we are, aren't they? Our emotions are what lead us to act and react. And they're just, yeah, it's important. It's important to understand them and to deal with them in a healthy manner. And I think a lot of people need to learn to do that, because I see like so many people getting defensive over things that they shouldn't be getting defensive about. And it's like, it's funny because I used to get defensive over stuff like that as well. Like, people be telling me about myself and it'd be something that's a complete fact, but like, I don't really want to hear it, do you know what I mean? And I'll get mad defensive because it's like hurt my feelings. And it's just like, rather than just being like, just shut your mouth for a second and don't fucking react, just think about it and be like, you know what, I do fucking do that, rather than just completely deflecting straight away. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not growing from that. Do you know what I mean? You're point blank scared of yourself if you're doing that. And I understand it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Well, it is a bad thing. But you can work, you know what I mean? It's something that you work through and it's something that you get over. Like, I really struggle with being like vulnerable, and I've really noticed this over the last few weeks. Like, being vulnerable for me is not something like I've ever really done. Like, even in intimate relationships, I've kind of always kept a barrier up, apart from like my first like proper love. Like, I think he was the only person I actually did love, like truly, unconditionally. But yeah, it's like I struggle with it. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe opening up to like people. Like, obviously I know I'm very open on my vlogs here, but like there's a lot to me, do you know what I mean? And yeah, to like fully like just like reveal myself to someone, like, that scares the shit out of me, like, completely. And so there was like obviously in my previous relationships, like, obviously apart from the first one, like I said, it's not like I haven't been intimate. It's like I have been intimate, but I've always put my partner's interests above my own, and that's kind of made me remove my boundaries, which has then caused me to not feel safe within that environment. So I don't feel like I can open myself up and show vulnerability, because I don't feel like I can trust my partner to be able to hold space for me and just to be able to support me in the way that I need to be supported. Like, I don't feel like I've had that sort of like soul connection ever, like, since I was very young. So that's something that I'm also working through, because I don't want no mediocre love, man. Like, I see people like together now and their relationships are cute, but, and like that might be what they need to fulfill them, but that's not what I need to fulfill me. Like, I want that fucking like fucking cosmic love, do you know what I'm saying? That shit that you couldn't even comprehend, like the fucking madness. That's what I want. Fucking madness, beautiful, messy madness. And I can't wait, because when I do get it, it's going to be so fantastic. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I probably just fucking chatted a load of waffle, and most of you probably wouldn't even understand what I was talking about. But I hope that if you do come to realisation, and, you know, in a few months, a few years, you can think, do you know what, I'm going through something right now, and Shannon's video spoke about that, so I'm going to go pre her video. But yeah, so if you liked the content, please engage with it, like, share, you know, comment, like, get some discussions going. Like, vulnerability is strength in so many ways, and we should just be embracing our shit, do you know what I mean? It's cool, it's all right to be fucking emotional, do you know what I'm saying? Those who don't show emotion are pussy-holes anyway, do you know what I'm saying? Have a fantastic day, weekend, week, whatever you're doing. Just be fantastic. Bye.